welcome back. I'm so happy you're here to share another creative moment with me. Today, before we even pick up a brush, I'd like to invite you to try something a little different. As you watch this painting unfold, see if you can notice the moment when the image suddenly begins to make sense. At first, it may just look like random colors, shapes, and textures, but then, almost without warning, everything starts to connect. I always find that moment fascinating. It reminds me that many beautiful things in life reveal themselves little by little, not all at once. Perhaps that's one of the reasons I love painting so much. It teaches us to be patient, to trust the process, and to enjoy the journey rather than rushing to the finish line. I'm so grateful you've chosen to spend these next few minutes with me. As always, we'll be using a few special tools today. Not the kind of tools you would normally find in an artist's studio, but ordinary household items that can create wonderful textures and unexpected effects. I always enjoy experimenting with them, and I hope they inspire you to look at everyday objects with fresh eyes. And of course, I have my usual little challenge for you. Can you guess what I'm painting today before the final details appear? I'd love to read your guesses in the comments. While you're there, please let me know where you're watching from. One of the greatest joys of this channel is seeing comments from all over the world. It makes these painting sessions feel like a creative meeting place where we're all connected, no matter how far apart we are. I'd also love to know whether you paint yourself, whether you're hoping to pick up a few ideas for your own artwork, or whether you simply enjoy relaxing and watching the creative process unfold. Whatever brings you here today, you're very welcome. So make yourself comfortable, perhaps with your favorite drink beside you, and let's enjoy creating something beautiful together. I love this theme. It fits your philosophy as an artist, and it's something that resonates with your audience because it applies not only to painting, but also to life. I've written it as a personal reflection rather than advice, making it feel warm and authentic. As I continue working on this painting, I'd like to share a thought that has become more and more important to me over the years. It's the value of doing things differently. I think it's very easy for all of us to stay within our comfort zone. We find techniques that work, routines that feel familiar, and subjects that we know we can handle. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's comforting. But I've discovered that some of the greatest moments of growth happen just beyond that comfortable place. This is certainly true in painting. Many times I've tried a new technique without knowing whether it would work. I've experimented with unusual household objects instead of traditional painting tools. I've painted subjects that initially felt difficult or unfamiliar. Sometimes the result was exactly what I hoped for. Sometimes it wasn't. But every single experiment taught me something. Even the paintings that didn't turn out as I expected helped me become a better artist. I don't really see them as failures anymore. I see them as part of the learning process. And I think the same is true in life. Trying something new can feel uncomfortable at first. Whether it's learning a new skill, traveling somewhere you've never been, meeting new people, or simply changing the way you usually do things, there's always a little uncertainty. But that's often where the most rewarding experiences are waiting. Every new experience gives us a different perspective. It helps us discover abilities we didn't know we had. It reminds us that we're capable of adapting, learning, and growing throughout our lives. I still feel that way every time I begin a painting. Even after years of painting, I don't know exactly how every piece will develop. There is always an element of discovery. And honestly, I wouldn't want it any other way. That little bit of uncertainty keeps the process exciting. It keeps me curious. So perhaps today's painting is also a little invitation. An invitation to try something you've never done before. It doesn't have to be something big. Sometimes even a small change, a new hobby, a different walking route, a new recipe, or picking up a paintbrush for the first time can open the door to unexpected possibilities. I'd love to ask you, have you ever tried something that felt a little outside your comfort zone, only to discover that you really enjoyed it? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Before we finish today's video, I'd like to start something new that I hope will become a regular part of this channel. One of the greatest joys of creating these videos is reading your comments. I genuinely look forward to them every day. It's wonderful to discover where you're watching from, to hear your thoughts about the paintings, and to read your ideas for future subjects. So, from time to time, I'd like to share one of your comments here in the video. Today's comment comes from Roman, who is watching from Spain. He writes, "What a beautiful piece of work. Your paintings always convey such a wonderful sense of peace, and I truly enjoy listening to your stories while watching the artwork gradually come to life. Greetings from Spain. I would love to see you paint the sea one day, with those magnificent cliffs where the rocks seem to melt into the water. I think that with your style, the result would be truly magical. I'm very curious to see how you would interpret such a scene. thank you for sharing your talent with all of us. today's painting is complete. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I never take it for granted that you've chosen to share a few peaceful minutes of your day here, and I truly appreciate it. I hope this painting has inspired you, not only to create, but perhaps to try something new. Whether it's experimenting with a different technique, picking up a paintbrush for the first time, or simply approaching something familiar with fresh eyes, you never know where that small step might lead. After all, every artist was once a beginner, and every new idea starts with the courage to give it a try. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd be so grateful if you gave it a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps my channel grow and allows me to keep sharing these relaxing painting sessions with all of you. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Where are you watching from today? What did you think of today's painting? And have you ever stepped outside your comfort zone and discovered something wonderful because of it? I genuinely enjoy reading your stories. If there are subjects, landscapes, flowers, or any other themes you'd like me to paint in future videos, please let me know. Many of my favorite videos have been inspired by your suggestions. If you'd like to see more of my artwork, you're very welcome to visit my website, where you can explore a wider collection of my paintings. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook. I regularly share new artwork, works in progress, and little glimpses into my creative life. You'll find all the links in the information section of my channel. And if one of the paintings you've seen here has a special meaning for you, or you're interested in knowing more about it, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I'd be delighted to hear from you. Thank you once again for your kindness, your support, and your wonderful comments. This channel has become a truly special community, and it's a joy to create these videos knowing that we're sharing this creative journey together. Take good care of yourself, stay curious, keep exploring, and never be afraid to try something new. I hope to see you back here very soon for another relaxing painting session. Until next time.